1 Samuel chapter 26. So the Ziphites were like, "Oh me Saul. David's totally hiding in the hill of Hachilah, like right by Jeshimon." Then Saul was like, "Let's ride." And he took 3,000 elite bros to hunt David in the wilderness of Ziph. He camped out at Hachilah, but David saw what was going down from the shadows. So David sent spies and was like, "Whoa, it's totally true, Saul's here." David rolled up and saw where Saul and his army were chilling. Saul was straight up napping in the trench, spear in the ground, and Abner, his hype man, was crashed nearby with the crew. David whispered to Ahimelech and Abishai, "Yo, who's down to sneak into Saul's camp with me?" Abishai was like, "Dude, I'm so in." They tiptoed into camp that night. Saul was zonked, spear right by his head. Abishai was like, "Bro, God just delivered this dude to us. Let me totally pin him to the dirt with one shot. No do-overs needed." David was like, "Chill, bro. You can't just off the Lord's chosen king and walk away guilt-free. Like, if God wants Saul gone, he'll handle it. Maybe he'll croak naturally or die in battle or whatever. But I'm not laying a finger on him. Just grab his spear and water jug. Let's bounce." So they did. And everyone stayed asleep, like heavy-duty divine nap mode. David crossed the valley and shouted from way up on a hill, safe zone style. He was like, "Yo Abner, you gonna answer me or nah?" Abner groggily yelled, "Who's yelling at the king like that?" David clapped back, "Aren't you supposed to be like the baddest bodyguard in Israel? You totally failed. Someone snuck in to waste the king. Not cool, dude. For real, you deserve to get canceled. Look around. Where's the spear? Where's the water jug?" Saul recognized the voice and was like, "David? That you, my son?" And David said, "Totally, my dude. It's me. But like, why are you still trying to kill me? What have I even done? Listen, if God told you to come at me, I'll make a peace offering. But if it's just people being messy, then shame on them for kicking me out of the Lord's land. Don't let me die out here like a nobody. You're literally chasing a flea, bro. A flea. Or like a wild bird in the hills." Saul was all sad and was like, "Dude, I've messed up bad. Come back, man. I'm done being a jerk. You spared my life and I see that now. Big oof." David called back, "Here's your spear. Send one of your dudes to come get it. The Lord's got receipts. He knows who's been chill and who's been cray. He handed you to me today and I still didn't do you dirty. Just like I valued your life, I hope God watches out for mine. Deliver me from all this drama, Lord." Saul said, "Bless you, bro. You're gonna do awesome things. Like legendary stuff." And David peaced out while Saul took the L and went home. 1 Samuel chapter 27. David was like, "Dude, I just know someday Saul's totally gonna catch me and it'll be game over. I gotta dip to Philistine land fast. He'll freak and stop chasing me." So David grabbed his squad of 600 bros and bounced to hang with Achish, king of Gath. He and his crew set up camp there, each dude with his fam, including David's two leading ladies, Ahinoam from Jezreel and Abigail, classy widow of that party guy Nabal. When Saul got the tea that David had dipped to Gath, he stopped stalking him. David was like, "Hey King Achish, if I'm vibing with your crew and all, can I live in some chill country town? No need to be bunking in the royal palace, you know?" Achish was like, "For sure, dude," and handed over Ziklag. That place stayed part of Judah's turf forever after. David lived in Philistine land for a whole year and 4 months, full surfer residency. Meanwhile, he and his guys went full beast mode raiding the Jeshurites, Gezrites, and Amalekites, OG locals from way back in Egypt border times. David took all the loot, fluffy sheep, beefy cows, donkeys, camels, and drip gear, but didn't leave anyone behind to spill the beans. Achish was like, "Yo bro, where'd you raid today?" And David totally played it slick. Just down south, like Judah area-ish. Maybe the Jeremielites, maybe the Kenite, who's keeping track really? He made sure nobody lived to say otherwise. He was like, "Can't have any snitches blowing up our spot." Achish totally bought the act and was like, "Rad. This dude has burned all bridges with Israel. Guess he's mine forever now, bro." 1 Samuel chapter 28. So, like, around that time, the Philistines were totally gearing up for battle, and Achish was all, "Dude, you and your crew are totally coming with me to throw down, okay?" And David was like, "Bro, you're about to see what me and my squad can really do." And Achish goes, "Gnarly, man. You're like my top head guard forever now." Meanwhile, Samuel had passed away, and everyone in Israel had, like, mega cried and buried him in Ramah. Saul had also kicked out all the witches and spirit-channeling weirdos from the land. The Philistines camped at Shunem, and Saul got all Israel together and set up at Gilboa. But when Saul saw that Philistine army, he, like, totally freaked out. His heart was pounding, dude. He tried talking to God, dreams, prophets, Urim, the whole vibe, but nada. Total ghosted. So Saul was like, "Guys, I need a chick who does the whole ghost whispering thing. I gotta ask her something." And they were like, "There's one witchy lady in Endor." So he put on a disguise, super undercover, and snuck over with 2 dudes at night. And he told her, "Hey, can you, like, summon someone for me? I'll tell you who." But she was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know Saul outlawed this whole scene. Are you trying to get me killed, bro?" And Saul swore, "As the Lord lives, I swear no one's gonna bust you for this." She's like, "Okay, who you wanna chat with?" And he's like, "Bring up Samuel, please." When she saw Samuel, she screamed super loud and yelled at Saul, "OMG, you lied to me. You're totally Saul." Saul was like, "Chill, girl. What did you see?" And she said, "Like, these divine dudes are coming up from the ground." He's like, "What do they look like?" She's like, "One of them's an old dude in a robe." And Saul knew it was Samuel. He face-planted in total respect. And Samuel goes, "Dude, why'd you wake me up from my eternal nap?" And Saul said, "I'm, like, mega stressed. The Philistines want to squash me and God's ghosting me. So I thought maybe you'd know what to do." Samuel was like, "Bro, why even ask? God ditched you. You're, like, totally not on the team anymore. Everything I told you is happening. God's snatching the kingdom from your hands and handing it to David. Yup, your rival surfer bro. All 'cause you didn't vibe with God's orders about Amalek. So now this is your cosmic payback. Oh, and BTW, tomorrow you and your sons? You're joining me down here." Yup, the Israelites are getting handed over to the Philistines. Saul legit collapsed flat on the ground, like fully drained and trembling. He hadn't eaten all day and night. Energy equals 0. The witch lady saw how wrecked he was and said, "Look, I did what you asked, put my neck on the line big time. Now, like, please let me feed you something. You need energy for your next move, okay?" Saul was like, "No food, no thanks." But everyone else was like, "Come on dude, you gotta eat." So he finally caved, got up, and sat down. The woman had this chubby calf hanging around, so she went full-on chef mode, prepped it fast, kneaded some flour, and made some unleavened bread too. She served it up to Saul and his squad. They ate, got back on their feet, and pieced out into the night. 1 Samuel chapter 29. So like all the Philistine bros gathered their full crew at Aphek, and the Israelites were chillin' by this fountain near Jezreel. The Philistine bosses rolled in squad style, like hundreds and thousands deep. David and his dudes were in the back with Achish, like the tail-end surf crew. Then the Philistine bigwigs were like, wait, why are these Hebrew dudes even here?" And Achish goes, "Bro, that's David, the guy who used to serve King Saul. He's been, like, totally solid with me for days, even years. I haven't seen him do anything shady, like, ever." But the Philistine chiefs were seriously not having it. They snapped back, "Dude, send him back. He shouldn't go with us to battle. What if he pulls a flip and sides with his old boss mid-fight? What better way to get in Saul's good graces than by handing us over on a silver platter, like heads and all? Isn't this the same David the girls sing about? Saul killed his thousands, but David his 10,000s? So Achish pulled David aside and was like, "Dude, I swear on the Lord you've been chill, like you've been cruising in and out of camp and I've had 0 issues with you since day 1. But like, the rest of the crew? They're not vibing with you, man. So, like, head out now. Go in peace, bro. I don't want you causing drama with the higher-ups." David was like, "Wait, what? What did I even do wrong? Have I ever messed up since I've been here?" why can't I go out there and throw down with you guys against our enemies? And Achish said, look man, you're golden in my book, like you're basically angel status. But the Philistine bosses? They're like, nope, not happening. So rise and shine super early with your squad, and bounce once the sun's up. Just hit the road, bro. So David and his dudes packed up at first light and dipped out, heading back to Philistine land. Meanwhile, the Philistines rolled on toward Jezreel. 1 Samuel chapter 30. So like 3 days later, David and his bros roll back into Ziklag, right? But major bummer, the Amalekites had totally raided the south and torched Ziklag. They didn't kill anyone, few, but they totally kidnapped all the ladies and bailed with them. When David and his crew pulled in, they saw the city in flames and realized their wives and kiddos were totally taken. The dudes just lost it. They cried so hard they couldn't even sob anymore. Yep, even David's wives, Ahinoam and Abigail, were snatched too. David was feeling mega stressed, cause the dudes were talking about stoning him for real. Everyone was just so heartbroken over their families. But David powered up in the Lord. Then David goes, hey Abiathar bro, can you bring me the ephod please? And Abiathar was like, on it, and handed it over. David asked God, should I go after these guys? Will I catch up to them? And God's like, totally pursue them, you're gonna catch them and get everything back. So David and his 600 bros set off and reached the brook Besor. Some dudes stayed back there. David and 400 kept chasing while 200 stayed behind, cause they were just too wiped out to cross the stream. Then they spotted this Egyptian guy just lying there in the field. They brought him to David, gave him bread and water, classic snack revive moment. He got some fig cake and raisin clusters too. After that munch fest, the dude perked right up, cause he hadn't eaten or drank in 3 whole days. David goes, yo, who do you even belong to and where you from? And the guy's like, I'm Egyptian bro, a servant to some Amalekite dude. But he ditched me, cause I got sick 3 days ago. We totally raided the Cherithite lands, hit Judah and the south of Caleb, and yeah, we're the ones who toasted Ziklag. Then David's like, can you take me to your crew? And the guy's like, swear to me by God no less, that you won't kill me or hand me over to my jerk boss and I'll totally take you there. So when the Egyptian dude showed David the way, they found the Amalekites just partying hard, eating, drinking, and dancing it up, cause they scored big stealing from Judah and the Philistines. David was like, let's roll, and he totally wiped them out from dusk till sunset the next day. Only 400 young dudes escaped on camels, so gnarly. David got everything back that the Amalekites jacked, including his 2 babes. Nothing was missing, seriously no kids, no wives, no loot. David brought it all back, no prob. He even took all the flocks and herds they had. The crew was like, this stash? Oh yeah, this is David's score for sure. When they got back to the 200 dudes who were too wiped to come along, David greeted them with a big ol, hey. But some crusty dudes in David's crew, total buzzkills, were like, those slackers didn't fight with us so they get nothing except their wives and kids. They can take 'em and bounce. David was like, whoa bros, don't be lame about it. This is all from the Lord who totally had our backs and handed over the bad guys. Seriously, who even listens to that logic? The ones who stayed behind and guarded the stuff, they get an equal cut. It's fair and square, dudes. And from that day on, it became a total rule in Israel. Share the love, you know? When David cruised back into Ziklag, he was like, yo, check this out, a righteous little gift for you guys from the loot we scored off the Lord's enemies. He sent it out to the elders of Judah, especially his ride-or-die homies. Gifts landed in Bethel, Ramoth in the south, and Jadar, spreading those good vibes. Also hit up the peeps in Aroer, Sifmoth, and Eshtemoa, party packs for all. And those in Rachel, the towns where the Jeremielite crew chilled, and the Kenite squad too. Then over to Hormah, Korashin, and Athak. Yeah, he didn't forget anyone. Finally, David sent goodies to Hebron and every hangout spot where he and his bros used to post up. 1 Samuel chapter 31. So the Philistines went full beast mode against Israel, and the Israelites totally bailed, face-planting all over Mount Gilboa. The Philistines chased Saul and his bros hard and, major bummer, they took out Jonathan, Abinadab, and Malchishua, his sons. So harsh. The fight got super gnarly for Saul, and some archers totally nailed him, like he was majorly wrecked. Then Saul was like, "Dude, take your sword and just finish me, okay? I don't want those uncircumcised weirdos messing with me." But his armor bro was like, "No way, man," cause he was seriously freaked. So Saul did a full-on dramatic fall on his own sword. And when his armor dude saw Saul was totally gone, he was like, "Welp, guess I'm out too," and he fell on his sword and died, bro. So yes, Saul, his 3 sons, his armor homie, and all his dudes wiped out that same gnarly day. The Israelites on the other side of the valley and even across the Jordan saw the chaos and were like, "We're out." So they ditched their cities, and the Philistines were like, "Cool, free houses," and moved in. The next day the Philistines went scavenger mode and, ugh, they found Saul and his sons laid out on Mount Gilboa. They were savage, dude. They chopped off Saul's head, jacked his gear, and sent the news all over Philistine like, "Check out what we did." Total disrespect. They put Saul's armor in the shrine of Ashtaroth, not chill, and straight up nailed his bod to the wall of Bethshan. Like super rude. But the brothers in Jabesh Gilead heard what happened and were like, "Nah, not on our watch." So all these brave dudes pulled an all-nighter, grabbed Saul and his sons' bodies from the wall, brought him back to Jabesh, and gave them a final Viking-style send-off, burned him there. Then they gathered the bones, buried them under this gnarly tree in Jabesh, and fasted for 7 days in major respect mode. Total honor.